thinking about them, sometimes half a day, and you start to believe you're getting somewhere. Then a song comes on in someone else's car, not even your playlist, not even a song you shared, just something with the same tempo as a night you didn't know you were memorizing. And it's back, all of it. Not slowly, not building, just back, like it never left, like the hours of silence were just your brain loading. That's what no one tells you about heartbreak. It doesn't move in a straight line. It circles, it leaves, and returns wearing different clothes. And every time it comes back, you feel like you've lost progress you never actually made. Here's something strange about the human brain after someone leaves. You don't just miss them. You start seeing them in things they were never part of. A phrase someone uses at work. That sounds like the way they use to start a sentence. A restaurant you've never been to, but you know exactly what they'd order. A coat in a store window. That would have looked good on them. You're not choosing to think about them. Your brain is pattern matching. It tagged them as important. And now every remotely similar input gets filtered through their blueprint. That's not weakness. That's architecture. Your mind mapped them onto your environment, and now the environment keeps pinging you with reminders that the map still exists, even though the person doesn't. And then there's the replay, you know, the one. That one conversation, probably not even the breakup, probably something from a random Tuesday, something they said while half distracted, something you didn't even react to at the time. But now, you replay it like it holds a clue, like if you listen closely enough, you'll hear the exact moment it started to end. You won't, because that's not how it works. Endings don't have start points. They have slow accumulations that only look like a single moment in hindsight. But your brain doesn't care. It wants a reason, a frame, a scene to point at and say, there, that's where I should have known. And the worst part isn't the sadness. The worst part is the way your brain starts negotiating with time. You catch yourself thinking, this time, last month, things were different. This time last year, we hadn't even met yet. And somehow the version of you that existed before them feels like a stranger. Not because you've changed dramatically, but because your internal clock has been restructured around them, before them, during them, after them. They became a calendar event that reorganized your timeline. And now every memory is either while they were here or after they left. That's the part no one talks about. Heartbreak doesn't just take a person from you. It takes your sense of time. It splits your life into two chapters you didn't agree to, and the phone thing. Let's talk about the phone thing. You know you shouldn't scroll back. You know it's going to hurt, but you do it anyway. Not because you're hoping for something new, but because the old messages are the last place where the relationship still works. In those messages, they're still warm, still yours, still mid-sentence about what to eat for dinner. And for a few seconds, reading their words in their rhythm, in their tone, it almost feels like proximity. That's not nostalgia. That's your brain accessing the closest available simulation of their presence. You're not rereading texts. You're visiting a version of reality where they haven't left yet. And then comes the part that genuinely confuses people. You start feeling better, not because something happened, not because you had a breakthrough. You just woke up one morning and the weight was lighter. And instead of relief, you feel guilt because getting better feels like forgetting. And forgetting feels like betrayal, like the pain was the last thread of connection, and letting it go means admitting that what you had is fully past tense now. So part of you holds on to the ache, not because it feels good, but because it still feels like them. Here's what most people won't admit about heartbreak. There's a version of you, small, quiet, buried under all the logic, that doesn't want to move on. Not because you think they'll come back, not because you're delusional, but because moving on means they become ordinary. Just someone you used to know, someone whose name doesn't hit different anymore, someone who becomes a story you tell without your voice changing. And right now, they're still not that. They still have weight, and some part of you knows that weight is the last form of closeness you have left. So you carry it, not because you're broken, not because you're not healing, but because the human brain doesn't let go of things by decision. It lets go by slowly, quietly, replacing the space someone took up with something else. Something that won't arrive on command. Something that only shows up when you stop checking whether it's here yet. And one day, not today, probably not this month, you'll hear that same song in someone else's car, and you'll feel something. But it'll be softer, more like weather than wound. Not because you forgot them, because you finally stopped needing the memory to mean you're still connected. And if right now, sitting here, you already know exactly which song it is, that tells you everything about where you are and nothing about where you'll stay.